Hello summoners, welcome back to another damage comparison video, and this one is going to be between Guardian and Hulkbuster. And both of these characters are 565 and running Suicide Masteries. They have a very different playstyle. So now let's talk about the strategy, and do let me know if I'm playing Guardian correctly or not. I am kind of new to him and I expected way more damage output out of him. Like you probably saw in the thumbnail, this is not a very close damage comparison. Usually even in Labyrinth fights, the difference is like 30 seconds, 1 minute max, but this is going to be a landslide victory for Hulkbuster. But again, coming back to the strategy, with Hulkbuster we're mostly going to be going for heavy spams, and we do have the white Magneto pre-fight, which helps because Limber is a thing in Labyrinth, and yeah, that could be a little bit annoying with the heavy spamming technique. Although I have one, like every video which features Hulkbuster in it, I say the same thing. I really wish his heavy reach is longer, would have been longer, and the fact that he whiffs sometimes is just really annoying. And look at that, like Old Man Logan, he recovers pretty fast, and I don't think I was too slow there, but he still countered me with a 4-5 hit combo, which is kind of annoying. Makes him a little bit unreliable, the fact you can whiff and not counter that many heavy attacks with his heavy. So yeah, especially because heavy attack is such a big part of his playstyle. And then we're going to go for SP2s for the most part, and we're going to use him when Old Man Logan here is blocking. That way we get unblockable and drain all his power. Now unfortunately we can't see the power meter here, which is kind of a negative thing of the damage comparison videos, but as you can see, like, he is almost halfway done. Guardian has barely made a dent, and with Guardian we're going for a lot of SP3s, and then we're going to go for a big SP2. Usually, again, I should say that I am kind of new to playing Guardian. Both of these characters are SIG 200 by the way, and with Guardian I usually go for one SP1 and an SP2, and that finishes off a lot of fights, but here I saw some videos, I went for SP3s, and the SP2 does a lot of damage. It did a lot of damage here, you're going to see in a second, and I'm not sure if I should have continued using SP3s, or is it better to like get a decent amount of stacks and then go for SP2 and then build a few SP3s again. So do let me know which would have been better, but I tried this and I don't think like I could have done anything and Hulkbuster would probably still have won, because it was like a huge difference. But I'm sure there are better ways to play Guardian. Overall, Guardian is a better character in my opinion. Like if both of these characters come out of Nexus, I would probably pick Guardian. Overall, I think he just is a better character, but it's hard to say that after watching this, and I think Hulkbuster is done. Yeah, 150 hits. Guardian is not even 50% there yet, so a pretty big difference. Like, we are 3 minutes in, this is a 8-minute video, and it will take Guardian the rest like 4.5 more minutes to finish this guy off. I'm sure a lot of people will leave at this point. Usually, like, I see YouTube analytics, and whenever the first character wins, that's when people head out. So if you are heading out, like this video before you do, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. But if you are staying, so let's talk more about Guardian. And again, I should mention that I am pretty new to him, but I have seen some very impressive stuff out of this guy, especially in the Summoner Showdown. I think for a particular health pool, this guy's damage output is kind of nice. Like if you can do one SP1 and then go for SP2, and that would finish off the fight, then I think his damage output is actually really good. And on top of that, like, he brings in a lot of utility. He doesn't crit, but at the same time he does a lot of red numbers. I think the opponent needs to, like, the red numbers, they are not the usual energy kind of damage. They are instead related to shock or something, but I'm not even sure. So if you have any pro tips for my Guardian gameplay, then do let me know. And yeah, if I missed a pretty big thing, then I may have to remake this video. But I think no matter what I would have done, Hulkbuster would have still won, because Again, 150 hits, it's hard to compete with that. Like at the end, I would say that none of these characters are really built for stuff like Labyrinth or Abyss, but I can see myself using a character like Hulkbuster for the initial clear, or maybe some fights in the initial clear. Back in the day, people used to use Rocket Raccoon, but yeah, as you can see, like Guardian, he's taking a time, especially like we usually, like whenever we do these damage comparison videos, we look at the time, and characters who need to use a lot of SP3s, like all the special animation definitely slows them down. That is definitely a thing, but here it's such a big difference. I've never seen a damage comparison. Like I've never done a damage compare, because usually when people, like someone also recommended me to compare Blade with Nick Fury, and I know that that is going to be like a huge difference, and Nick Fury would win pretty easily if I kill off the first phase early on, and that is why. But here I really expected Guardian to do a lot more damage, and yeah, let me know why he isn't. So that is pretty much going to do it. Guardian is definitely getting him down. The first enrage timer is about to end, but that is going to do it for this one. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a nice day. Like this video, share with your alliance, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Lately the support has been pretty awesome. We have been hitting like 2000, 3000 views every single video, and yeah, really grateful for that. Have a good one. Bye bye, stay safe.